What's up guys, my name is Jake Howard. I ride for krypticproscooters, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a POV tutorial on how to do a tail whip. So I've made a tutorial on tail whips before, but it wasn't a POV version where you could see exactly what you would be looking at when you try tail whips. Again, I've seen a million tail whip tutorial videos, none ever with a POV like this, so you can see exactly what you're going to be seeing. Now the tail whip is a pretty straightforward trick. There's just a few things that you have to know before you start the trick. So you have to know if you ride regular or goofy, and if you ride goofy like me, you push with your left foot and keep your left foot in the back like this. And if you ride regular, it means you push with your right foot and keep your right foot in the back like this. Now, you only need to know that stuff because that's how you're going to figure out which foot you have to flick the tail whip with. So whichever way you ride, you normally flick the tail whip mostly with your back foot. So if you're goofy like me, it means you're going to be flicking the tail whip with your left foot like that. The tail whip really consists of a jump, a flick, and landing back on the scooter. Along with the flick of the tail whip, you're going to use your wrist to help you bring it along. So before we go into any more instruction, let me just show you guys real quick what a tail whip looks like. As I said before, the tail whip is pretty straightforward. You just have to jump, flick, and land. Now, I ride goofy, but if you ride regular like this, just use the same steps, but apply them to your right foot. Just remember that you're going to be flicking with your back foot no matter which foot that is. Now when you're first learning tail whips, it might be best to learn them up a little ramp or off a curb or off a little ledge, something that you're comfortable with and that might give you a little bit more air time than just flat ground like this. When you start your jump, get to a good height that gives you enough time to stay in the air while the deck comes around, and you got to keep your feet in the air until the deck comes all the way around. A lot of people have problems with that part. They just put their feet down way too early, kind of like this. Or another problem that I notice a lot is people kick the tail whip really away from them, and you're never going to land it like that because you're just throwing it so far away from you. You have to keep it sort of centered right under your body. Try and recognize and see if you're having any of the problems that I explained. For example, putting your feet down too early or throwing the deck way too far from you. Another big problem I see is that people can definitely do the tail whip. They're just scared to get that other foot back on, and they end up doing something that looks like this. So the deck comes around all the way and they could land it, but they only throw one foot at it and kind of throw the other foot back. So to kind of recap the steps that I went over so far, you have to flick the deck, use your wrist to kind of help bring it around, just like that. It's just a little motion, nothing too crazy, but it definitely helps the deck come around a lot faster. See the deck and land on it. As I keep saying, it's a very straightforward trick. I think you can learn the steps just by watching me do it in this POV style. So yeah, jump, flick, and land are pretty much the steps to a tail whip. Now to just wrap it up, I'm going to show you guys a few more tail whips. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed or you learned something, definitely make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Once you guys start practicing tail whips, if you need any tips or pointers, you can always come back to this video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.